Hi, everybody. I'm Shawn Adams.
Tony Gaglione.
This is Smacktalk.
Hey, we're here with Zeke Sanchez from the Las Vegas Legend. He's the starting goalie. Obviously, we have a big fan here.
Yeah.
He's going to join us, talk a little La Liga soccer, and talk about the Las Vegas Legends, his off-season training program, etc.
Yeah. Let's go right in. EPL. Chelsea has won the league. There's 2 games to play. Mathematically, they already got it. The fight is for second place. Arsenal, Man City. That's up for second. United. Tony's glad they're back in Champions League. They've won fourth. Liverpool would need a miracle to overthrow them on goal diff. It's not going to happen. Big news around is La Liga, though, with a TV deal, them wanting to split the money. They have suspended the final 2 rounds of fixtures. There'll be no Copa del Rey. Barca basically won the league with a 4-point lead over Madrid by default, unless a deal is reached. What do you think about that, Zeke?
Well, there's always the politics on the game, and the players they think they deserve more money. Obviously, they are the ones in a way generating all the money.
Yeah.
Because people want to see them play, and they're the ones putting the show together. So, for the benefit of soccer, I just hope they reach an agreement quickly. We continue the last 2 games because anything can happen in 2 games.
Yes.
Who do you support, Zeke, in La Liga?
I love Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Okay. Big Messi fan.
Big Messi. Everybody loves Barcelona. Come on.
I say Barcelona because they play the same type of football that Arsenal does.
Okay.
I'm an Arsenal supporter, so you know me.
All
I don't
right.
like Messi, but I love Suarez.
The
I
biter.
love Suarez.
I love
My boy.
Speaking of bad things going on in leagues, let's talk about the MASL and the problems that are going on. Baltimore might leave. They're talking about forming another league. What do you want to see happen, Zeke? I mean, do you want it to just join forces with whatever else is going to happen and just make a huge league? Would it be better for the sport that way, or does it even pay any mind? Do you pay any mind to it?
Always, I think together it's always better.
Okay.
One league, but the leadership in the league, especially the last season, showed that there's a lot of things to improve. They need to be improved. There need to be some change in the leadership. And if we want to make it, to the next level, to make it on TV, there's a lot of things they need to change. And I think it starts from the top. Uh, I don't know about the commissioner, what they want to do, but together, one league, better rules. We had 2 set of rules.
Yeah.
Scoring points.
Yeah, point scoring.
That was
Yeah.
terrible last year. I mean, the
Who
2
would
and
think
3
something
point.
like that?
Yeah.
For one league or for one conference, and the other conference plays the MPS, I guess it was called, or whatever.
Yeah, the multiple point
Yes.
system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't understand why, during the playoffs, there seemed like there were different rules for each side. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah.
different formats, even
Yeah.
in the playoffs. And it is what it is. Last year's playoffs, you guys beat Ontario in the first round.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people didn't expect you to beat San Diego, but you did.
Yeah.
A lot of people were talking smack on the fan
Yeah,
page.
we were on the fan page. A lot of people just basically gave San Diego a walkthrough, and you guys pretty much showed that. I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me and Tony. We did every one of your guys' home games. We watched you beat Monterey when they were undefeated. We watched you beat San Diego when they were undefeated. We watched you beat Baltimore when you were undefeated. You guys beat both teams that were in the final. So when everyone's on the boards talking about San Diego, me and Tony were just like,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see how it happens, And so you guys make it to the Western Conference Finals. You play a really good, really solid Monterey team. But what is your opinion of the performance of the team from the year? I mean, because to be honest with you guys were like 500 at one point.
Yeah, you started slow.
Started slow.
Yeah, there was a lot of changes. We got a brand new coach. There's always an adjustment to make. We led a lot of close games. I think we were 500, but all the games we lost, it was by 1 goal.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Yeah, first home game, Turlock, you guys lost.
No, we
No,
won
we
that
won.
one.
No, I'm saying the first loss at home.
Yes.
The Turlock
yeah,
was by
that's
1 goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's sometimes a little bit of lack. Maybe getting used to the new coach.
Okay.
Some of the players were not as hot as they usually were. Like Rica had a slow start in the season. But it always comes down to playoffs. It's just about playoffs.
Sure.
When you need to get to playoffs. We're the type of team and organization, with Mayor behind that. We just gotta make it to the playoffs. 500,
Yeah.
1,000. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anything can happen from
Yes.
there. Anything can happen.
You know, we have a lot of experience playing. You know, like you were saying, people thought it was a walk, and San Diego is gonna walk all over
Yeah.
us, and we don't care. We go there against 5,000-6,000 people in San Diego, and we play them. You saw what happened.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so we're not scared of them. And
Here's what I want to talk about with the league. A lot of travel issues around the league, not just with teams coming to Vegas or going to Monterey or Saltillo. You know, a lot of teams basically said, hey, like for instance in Vegas, why would we pay to play at the Orleans? You know, when you guys should be paying us, like when Tacoma came, you know, they'd taken over
Sure,
Seattle
yeah.
and Sacramento. These, you know, and that's where when you talked about the top from the commissioner down, there wasn't. It was basically like if I was an owner, I'd just like, yeah, I don't want to pay that money to travel. So like Monterey, basically playing in Mexico in the final, second game, you know, you didn't even have the kind of broadcast
That
for the
peop- yeah,
fans
that
for the final.
sure that,
You
that
know
people wanted to see in
that
Baltimore, and
you know why can't you have the final, both games on neutral sites? You know, and I, like you said with the commissioner. So what when you guys had to travel during the year, what was that like for you guys having to go play at different fields? You know, different.
Was it tougher? Did they give you less at certain places, and did they treat you worse at certain places, or you know what I'm saying?
you know, to be honest, I can't really complain about traveling
Okay.
because they usually pretty fair where we go. You know, some places are better than the others, just like in any other sports.
Sure.
You know, it's just like the fields. Some fields are better than the others. Some places are better than the others. But you know, we do our thing. We go. It's a business trip. You know, you
Yeah.
go and play, and you gotta fight whatever condition you face. You know, yes, when we went to Saltillo, it was an outdoor field, and it was moisture, and it was raining,
Yeah.
and it was slippery. You know, you go to Monterrey, and there's a lot of people against you. You go to San Diego, you know, everybody's against you. But you know, I can't say that they treat us bad because they don't.
Okay.
They treat us good. You
Speaking
know.
of Monterey in the West Finals, the one thing I wanted to ask you. So yeah, they were a tough team. They were a fantastic team, and obviously they showed that with the way they played in the finals. Also, what do you think went wrong for you guys in that series against Monterey?
Look, I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like I totally underperformed. I feel like if I would have just played decent game at home and a decent game over there, the outcome of the game would have been different. And I'm honest guy, and I always look in the mirror when things like this happen.
Okay.
And I really think that was one of the key points. You know, the team relies on me as much as I rely on them. And especially in indoor, if the goalie doesn't do a good job, you will see it, they will notice it, and it will have a big impact on the game. You know,
Yeah.
and it did.
I want to ask you because okay, like in that Monterey, I think in the first game you guys went down 3-0 right
Correct,
off the get go, and you talk about your goals play. I want to ask you that injury you took against Baltimore. You made a great save. You crashed into the post, hit your back. After that, did that have an effect on your mentality, your performance going forward? Was that always in the back of your mind? The injury to your back, did you still feel it? You know, how was that going forward after that injury?
Because
that
was look good coming off the field at the end of that game. We saw you after the game, and it was tough.
Yeah, I mean, it was hurting, you know. Then the same night, I was already like my neck was like I had a whiplash or whatever you call that.
Yeah.
You know, my back was killing me, but I didn't play against San Diego. But after that, I was 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So no excuse from you as far as your performance going forward after that point.
No.
You say, hey, I'm 100%.
Yeah,
It's all on you.
yeah, I underperformed. You know, I got to take the criticism. I wasn't at the level I should have been, and I'm a fighter, so I'm just gonna take that. I'm applied for next season, you know, to
Okay.
make the break. We need to make it to the finals.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
speaking of criticism, I love you as a player. I love watching you play. We love when you make great saves. I think there was a game against Tacoma. You had a shutout going. I think it was like 15-0 at one time, and you gave up a howler to give up the shutout. Is that something that when it happens, you're like, I was this close to shutting them out. Because they ended up scoring another goal. I think they scored another goal,
scored
so
another
it didn't
one.
show.
Yes,
But the
yes.
first goal they scored was totally on
And
you,
we
Zeke.
jinxed you.
And
We jinxed you.
we
We were
said it.
talking
Yeah,
about
we were
it,
talking
too.
about the shutout. We're
Yeah.
like, oh, and then we gave it. It's like that's totally on Zeke there. Like, you know.
Well, to my defense, I don't like to put excuses, but there was a clear humble. You guys didn't see it, but it was a clear humble from the player. I'm telling you, because he was coming. I chipped the ball. It went over and he touched it with his hand, and then he put it right there. And
Oh, okay.
okay.
The handball.
you know, to be honest, I should have just played simple.
Yeah.
I got a little bit too fancy. Just get rid of the ball. And
A lot of times, one thing we noticed watching the home games and even the playoffs, you would come out and force players to make a reaction. Whereas we'd watch other goalies in the same scenario against your players like Philippe or Uzi. There's a few times Uzi would make runs for us, and it'd be one-on-one, and they would be hesitant.
Yeah, they would back up to the
They would
line.
back up. Is that something that you do? Is that something you like to do? Is to make the player make a decision
Be
faster?
more aggressive.
Because a lot of times that seemed like that was the only reason they didn't score is because you put that pressure. I mean, there's times Zeke, you came out outside the box, and I'm like, oh, they just have to chip it over you if they don't. But is that something you prefer to do, or?
well, indoor is a little bit of a different game compared to what we're used to see, outdoor. And now you can see Newer, for example, today. If you watch the game, when they play the ball long, he comes out. I play as a defender,
Okay.
When there's a breakthrough, I come out quick.
Okay.
To try to. The guy's usually looking at the ball, he's looking back, and then all of a sudden he turns and I'm right there.
Okay.
That's what I make. I try to make happen.
Yeah, it confuses him when he turns around and the goalie's right on his ass right away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And a lot of the times I do that. So the goalie, if he throws the ball comes so quick to me because it's coming towards me and I'm running towards it. So it's a split of a second, I'm there. Or if not, the goalie can see me coming out, so he's gonna hesitate. Am I gonna throw the ball? Am I not gonna throw the ball? Because he can see me, and I make sure sometimes I go like this.
Okay.
Hey, I'm here. You're gonna throw the ball. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Right on.
And it's just a style of play. Some of the goalies they like to stay back and sit and try to make the save inside of the box. I like to make them make the most hurry decision they can because usually it's just you think about statistics. Probably it's not gonna be as good of a decision as can take 3-4 steps. Look at me. I'm sitting, waiting. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, and it's coming at you at speed.
Okay, that's yeah. Because we would I mean on the broadcast we'd be like, and Zeke's outside of his goal. It's like and from like you said, watching
give us
outdoor,
heart
right?
Jumping out of the box like
that's
that,
not
bro.
something you want your goalie doing. Yeah, you don't want in outdoor. You don't want your goalie coming that far out because it's like
easy
round the goalie
yeah,
and it's over. But with you, it's like, oh my God, Zeke made a save. And let me just ask you about your backup real quick. When Kai came in, that kid made more kick saves.
Oh yeah.
Than he did with his hands. Is that something that how he plays like when you guys practice together? Because I don't think we watched him make a regular save.
He made a lot of kick saves.
A lot of kick saves. Is he was quick on the ground, and is that something that because his style was very different from yours? Is that something that he's like in practice? Because we were
it just happened to be that game.
Well, actually I think it was his first game against San Diego, at Orleans. He actually told me he was a little nervous, which is normal, first game.
Sure.
Couple thousand people there. But in indoor, it's normal for a goalie to use the feet a lot, because sometimes, it's better just to use your feet, give you a rebound, but you can play the next ball. It's just trying to dive, and if you don't catch the ball, you still need to get up,
Sure.
And that's, there's an opening for the goal. That's his style. I mean, we're all different,
No, we're not criticizing. We like it.
No, we liked him. It was just like a vastly different play.
It was night and day from you two styles as far as we were concerned. In your off-season program, you're still playing, obviously. Some indoor games just to keep fit, I see. But do you have any workouts that you do, things like that, a regimen, like a diet that you stay on during the off-season, or is that just all the time?
Or is it just like pound the beers and then 2 weeks before the season starts, get back into shape? Or do you like you said, diet? Obviously, you're playing games now. Do you play other positions when you play other games?
Well, yeah. I mean, now I get to play for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
To enjoy the game. It's not like I don't enjoy it when we play with the legends, but it's different. It's work. You have to perform at practice.
Pressure's not on.
Yes, you have to win. You have fans that are supporting you. You don't want to disappoint anybody. You have your teammates. There's a lot of things going on. As far as me, it's my lifestyle.
Okay.
Like sports are my lifestyle.
Yeah.
I always eat good. I always work out.
Okay.
I just don't wait till the season is coming along and like, okay, now I'm gonna get in shape. I'm always in shape. I'm always looking to progress.
Okay.
I have a goal. My goal is always to be the best goal in the league, you know. And if the day I'm gonna achieve that, then I wanna be the best goal in the planet, you know.
Yeah.
At least at indoor. Obviously, outdoor is a different game, and you know, if I wanna achieve something like that, I should be in TV, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I eat healthy. I don't drink. I don't do anything stuff like that. I'm just committed, you know. I'm about to be 32. You know, I feel like I'm 22, and I'm gonna play as long as I can. And if I wanna do that, I need to be a professional in and out of the field. You
Okay.
know?
That's good.
100%.
The question I have, and this is something me and Tony observed, you guys were very susceptible to the set play. Very, very susceptible to the set play
A lot of
through
set
the
piece
whole
goals.
year.
Yeah. A lot of
A lot of
piece
set
goals.
play goals. When you're back there and we can see you yelling and you're a very vocal guy. A few times there you violated the rules by coming, you know, but they don't call it. But during set plays, you're trying to line up your defense, and then it's like, bam, goals up, and it's like we would be like, here we are, another set play against the Legends. Is that something that, as a goalie, frustrates you when
You're trying to
yeah,
direct traffic in front of you, and it still happens to go the other way.
I mean, a few times the wall just moved,
Yes.
and it's like, well, that one quick pass and it's a free. And because I mean, I know it's a smaller goal, but really, if I pass the ball and you're over here, you have very little chance of making a save. And we watch it happen. Is that something you guys practice? Like, hey, is this something after the game you yell at the players? I mean, you're a vocal guy, so I don't know what you're like in the locker room, but tell me what it's like on a set play. What is it like for you when the goal is given up like that?
Well, obviously, set plays and power plays are things that they win the game. You know, sometimes the very close games, that's how you win a game. You know, in a set piece or in a power play. I think it was probably we didn't practice it enough. You know, we didn't polish enough that aspect of the game, like defensive set plays. Even offensive, we didn't really do as good as the first season. We used to score a lot of goals, and it's very frustrating, you know, because you can just be working all game long, maybe get ahead, boom, they get one set piece, they score a goal. You know, they're back in,
Yeah,
either
it's tough.
even or they're close to you. You know, and you're right. When we were in San Diego, we're 3-0 winning, halftime. We keep the 0, and their first goal
Is a set play.
someone moved like a very silly play. I know exactly who moved, but I'm not gonna tell you.
We know who moved too because we broadcast the game.
So, and then we get score, and then boom, now they got the momentum. They score another goal. Now
Yeah.
we got a game.
Yeah.
You
Sure,
know?
sure. Last question for you, and then we'll let you get out of here. Obviously, your expectations for the Legends next year is to win a title, correct?
Of course.
Of course, always. We would love to see you win a title. You say you strive to be the best goalie. Me and Shawn think you are the best goalie in the
Yeah,
league.
we watch the
Thank
goalie,
you,
but
guys.
and during the broadcast, if you watch the broadcast, we are always comparing your play versus the opposing goalie's play.
Without a doubt.
I don't want to say we didn't, because I know I did, but we rarely criticized your saves that you gave up. There's a few times that you made saves that led to rebounds, and the goals scored, and that's just.
And Shawn
hey,
will
that's
eat you up when you do it too. You'll
yeah,
hear it
trust
on
me,
the
I'm bad.
broadcast.
I'm bad.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, I'm a bad critic. I'm a big critic to myself too. But
Exactly.
there's a few times, but we would always compare like, oh, Zeke would have made that save, or
from the opposing goalie.
from the opposing goalie. Like we were very involved with how you guys scored. I always told Philippe before every game, shoot from the left because
he's always open from the
always
left.
open from the left. But then there'd be times where, like I said, you'd give up a rebound, and that's a lot the power of the shot. Sometimes you're at your body position, things like that.
Let me get to my question, man. Come on now.
Sorry, I do this to Tony a lot.
How many guys? Because we don't know how the contracts work with the Legends and who's coming back. And tell me what guys are coming back that you're looking forward to playing with the most next season. Because I mean, we love every player that we watched last season, obviously, but who's coming back?
At this point, I can't really answer that question because I don't really know. You know, I hope everybody's back, but that's something that they need to work, you know, with organization, you know, and whatever the players also want to do as well. We have the local guys as well. Every season is gonna be a different team. It's just like we want to keep as many people as we want and as we can, but you know, it's something that you know in sports. You
Well,
know?
hopefully, the core can come back and you guys can win us a title because we look forward to next season very much.
We love just being there, and then when you guys make the playoffs, we loved watching the defeats of the undefeated teams,
Oh,
the giant killers.
was
We loved
awesome.
watching that
I
stuff.
lost my voice when you guys beat Baltimore. I was
Yeah,
screaming
that's-
13-1, 13-1.
Yeah,
It was insane.
it's
It was
amazing to see. Before you go, I want to ask you: we got Hoovy versus Madrid tomorrow,
There you go.
Champions League. Madrid's down 2-1 aggregate. They're playing in Madrid. Who do you got in that game?
To be honest, I think it's gonna be too tough for the Juve to keep the 0 on the goal, because Real Madrid score 1 goal and they're through, at least on the 1-0.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they got that away goal.
yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Italian teams are always, throughout history, known for having strong defenses.
Yep.
You know.
Park
got-
the bus.
Yes.
Yeah, they got
There you go.
Cellini on
But-
defense, probably one of the better
Yes,
center backs.
You
yeah.
got
Buffon in goal.
you know, yes. But you
He's
know,
been
you
doing it for a
got-
while. Yeah.
Yes, you got Ronaldo. They're stuck up front, and also the good things that Juve has is they have Pirlo. In any free kick, it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
The master.
yeah.
Yes, beautiful, free kick, and also you have Tevez, which is really really hot right now.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
So you're calling
we
Madrid?
love-
I think so. I think Real
so
Madrid's
you got
gonna
a
win 2-0.
Madrid Barca final.
I would love to see that.
Why even ask him? You know
I
he's
don't
gonna
even
pick
gotta ask.
Barca.
I don't even gotta ask. We know we got Barca in the final. What do you think about the Suarez, Neymar, Messi combo up front? Is that the best up front three that you've
Ever?
seen? Because I know from being an Arsenal fan that at one time you had Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, and Messi as a young guy up front there. That was a pretty good goal scoring combination.
Yeah, but you got these three guys in
You
their
had
prime.
David Villa, Pedro, and Messi up front. Barca's had a great front three. Is this the best front three you've seen Barca have?
What about when Barca have Ibrahimovic as well? Remember?
Yeah,
Ah,
Ibrahimovic.
Even though he only played for about a season and a half,
two seasons, yeah,
seasons,
yep.
he was the first season he was good at, to my opinion. The thing I see right now with these three, there are three South American players.
Yep.
The style, I looks like they have very good relationships between themselves.
They mesh well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it shows that right now they're hot. I mean, Suarez is a beast.
I love
Wherever he
Suarez, yeah.
plays, he's a beast.
Yeah.
I'm an Argentinian hardcore fan, but I love Neymar as well. Neymar, he always gives you that one-on-one. He can beat anybody anytime. He's been doing well. He's learning from Messi.
Yeah.
And Messi's God.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks a lot, everybody, for listening. With Zeke Sanchez, I'm Tony Gaglione.
I'm Shawn Adams. We got people. Zeke's gonna sign some Legends gear.
Now we're
Give away to
for you.
people.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.